All right, yes, people, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV podcast. At the bottom, it says like, comment, and subscribe to the thing so we can grow. Follow us on Twitter. We've got Tobias, 1906, Frenchie. Prediction show. Last week, Tobias and Frenchie won the prediction show. They got a point, getting 8 points.
Get used to that. Get used to that.
1906, you came bottom this week. So Frenchie, Tobias, and myself all got 1 point, but there's always this week. Yes. All right. So like I said before, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to jump straight into it. Biggest game of the weekend, Chelsea City. Top two teams in the league, what everybody's saying. They're saying two of the favourites. People are saying if you finish above these two, you win the title. So it's a massive game at Saturday at 12:30. Frenchie, we'll start with you. You're Chelsea. Feeling confident?
Yeah. Yeah, come on. City has no striker, and we got the best defense, arguably, in the Prem right now.
And arguably the best striker in the league on form right now.
So it will still be a hard game, but I think if I based it on these 2 points, we should win the game.
No,
and we have back four is on form, goalkeeper is in form, striker is in form, and Kante is back. So I don't see the problem. They ain't got no striker. They ain't firing right now. So hopefully they stay like this.
But they did beat. I know it's only Wickham. They beat Wickham 6-1. Foden's back. De Bruyne's fit. Does that make a difference?
I'm not worried about what's his name? Foden. I'm not. It's not that guy to worry about yet. You're more like, I worried about De Bruyne. I haven't worried about Sterling more than Foden. So but still, no one really a threat on front.
But so how you're talking, then you should walk that league quite easily.
I'm not saying that. It should be because City got their way of going around things, but it could be against us. It could be against City. Against Liverpool, against Man U, who they have to score, like who's the main guy on front.
So 1906, I've talked about this before, and we've said about Man City, where are the goals coming from? Do you see them actually troubling Chelsea with Chelsea's defense, where it looks like it's literally at the moment impossible just to score against them from open play? They haven't conceded a goal from open play, only a penalty.
I don't know. I see City as one of those teams where it's like everyone's going to pitch in. Goals are going to come in from all angles. Midfield, they're looking, set pieces, get the big boy, get the ones up from defence, all of that. I think it's going to, City play that little quick 1-2 passes around people and all that. I think it's going to be a different game. I don't think you can, there isn't one main threat coming from City. I think it's a collective. The way Pep's carrying on is like, we've got Grealish running in, you have Foden running in, you have De Bruyne running in, Jesus running in. It's going to come from all angles, and I think as a collective, I think it'll be a very tight game. I don't think Chelsea I don't think it'll be a walkover by any means for Chelsea.
Because talking about what you said, it'd be a walkover, because the last couple of games Chelsea have had, I don't know if Frenchie, if you agree, what I've seen is that you started off really slow, and if teams were ruthless, they've had big chances. Not like your defense has been super watertight. Against Villa, they had massive chances. And Tottenham were the better side the first half and should have scored. Should have been a goal up at half time, but didn't take the chances. You knew what was going to happen. So, do you feel with City that they can they get the goal and change the game? Because I feel with Chelsea, you lot have always took the lead. I like to see if Chelsea can come from behind. Frenchie?
I think we can, but I never said it would be a walkover. Even I said against Villa, if Villa took their chances, that game could have easily been a draw, or we could even lose that game. I did say that. And against City, it could be the same thing. Like if City takes the league, it's gonna be a hard game. But I can see us coming back because it's in us now. It's in us, this winning mentality. I'm not saying I don't see us losing. To be honest, it's gonna be a draw. But I don't see us losing or City just taking a mick out of us. It's not going to happen, not this season. But it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a very tough game. Both teams. Well, we are the team in form if you compare the two. Well, it ain't going to be no walkover.
Tobias, how do you think how the game's going to go? How it's going to plan out with Man City, Chelsea? Do you think? Don't say the score yet, but how do you feel the game will play out in your opinion?
At the minute, it's a game sort of that's Man City need to win, isn't it? Really, what they've lost, the game. Well, lost one game, drew another, but they can't fall that far behind. Not with the teams this season. I don't think with Chelsea and you guys the way you are at the minute. I don't think they can afford to lose as many points as they did last year because they won't be given that space or that opportunity again around January to come back. But taking that into account, then I'm in agreement with you. Other teams take their chances. It's a different story, isn't it? But the grind, it wears teams down. Got a good record against City. They've got a very, very good record under Tuchel against City. I don't think you've lost against City.
Yeah.
So and they're big games as well. Big games you've won, Champions League finals and what was the other one? What was the other one?
They won away at City.
Yeah.
City.
In the league, wasn't it?
In the league, yeah.
You picked up some good results, but at the minute I feel like it's the opposite way around where City actually need the result. So you might see something.
Yeah, no, you're right. And was you going to say something, Frenchie?
No, I was just saying, fair point.
Yeah. I feel I'm in agreement with that as well. With Chelsea, with City. I feel this is a must-win game for them. And if you look at their next 3 games, they've got Chelsea away, PSG away, and Liverpool away. Three massive games where if they lose all 3, I think they're in bang in trouble because I don't see the other teams giving them the space to come back. I'm not saying the league's over. It's only, it's not even 10 games in. But I don't see no team this season winning 16, 15, 17 games on the spin. I don't see it.
Yeah, and draws are worse. Draws are worse than losses, really, aren't they? In a way.
Yeah.
You see, like the undefeated, because Man U went how many games undefeated, and we never moved. Remember that period we went so many games. It's because we tallied up so many draws. Yeah. Where if you take one loss in there and exchange the 3 draws for a loss and 2 wins, there's much bigger difference there.
Well, if you look at Liverpool, when we didn't win the league. We lost 1 game all season and didn't win the league because we drew 7 or 8, I think it was, and that actually killed us. We lost 1 game in 38 and still didn't win the league. So you're right. I think.
It sounds good when you say we won that 7 game, but you still didn't win the game the league. That's what
I'm saying.
Crazy.
So draws are like losses where the teams are so strong now. You might as well just go all out for the win. But
well, they say I think the most games you can lose is about 3 in the Premiership. To win the title. Anything more than that, it's all over.
Do you think it'd be a bit higher this year because of the quality of teams? Like, I'm trying to think, since the Premier League, there's always been like 2 teams, and there might be a 3rd team, but that 3rd team usually drops out after February. But I think this year, there's 4 teams genuinely believe they can actually win the title. So do you think that it could be more than 3 games? It could be 4 or 5 this year.
I reckon we could go back to the old. Remember, it used to be you could afford 6.
Yeah.
You could afford 6 before. I think we might be sort of going back to that because really and truly, there's not much in it. There's no easy games. It's that old cliche, isn't it? Where you look at the when you're going for a good patch like Chelsea are now, like Nico is now. You look at any team, every team looks dead. But you pick up a few dodgy results, then every game looks hard. You're thinking, oh gosh, got to go away to Brighton or
Villa
home
or
away to Burnley.
Yeah.
You know, just the games that you don't need. Not everyone can play Norwich every week. But.
Going on to talking about Norwich, could they be the worst Premier League side we've ever seen?
No.
Norwich, not well. It was Ipswich that got 14 points.
Ipswich were terrible.
They got 14 points.
Derby were terrible.
Derby were terrible. I think they got.
That's what I was thinking of. Derby. Yeah.
I think they got under 20.
Blackpool was terrible.
Who?
Blackpool.
But they picked up a few results though. I remember them beating us. Charlie Adam. That's why we bought Charlie Adam.
Yeah, but that's when you had Adam though.
And DJ Campbell.
DJ Campbell and them bad there. Yeah. They picked up a few results to be fair. But the Chelsea Man City game is going to be very interesting. I think teams are slightly, what I've been hearing, teams are slightly writing off City for this game. Chelsea are kind of like the flavour of the month at the moment. They're the team that everybody's talking about. Gary Neville's the waxing over them like they're the best since sliced bread. But we'll see. We'll see.
Gary Neville is always like this anyway, but you can never write off City, man.
Hey, put some respect in Gary Neville's name. Talking about a legend there. But quick one. What was I going to say now? It's lost me. It's gone.
Because he said flipping Gary Neville's a legend. That's why I lost it.
Gary Neville killed me. So tried to back him, killed me. No, that was it. Are they a Van Dijk away in terms of Lukaku gets injured? What are we talking about?
Well, I said that in the last podcast.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
No, but you won't be talking the way you are. You'll be all right.
I said the same thing also. I said we won't get as much goal, but we'll go back to basic, get a 1-0, and we lock it up from there. Because last season we didn't have Lukaku. We were still winning games. 1-0, then there. That's all we needed.
But the drop-off is massive, though, from Lukaku to the rest of them. Who is your other striker? What, Werner? That's a massive drop-off.
And you don't go from playing the way you play with Lukaku now to playing that same way with Werner. Imagine them trying to pop it into him and hold it out.
Thomas is smart enough. You know what the thing is? I'm not worried because for once, I believe, we got like the perfect manager. It's a bit I got over the top to say perfect, but I think we got the right coach, the right players. So if Lukaku is out, I'll still be confident.
You say that, but you've let Giroud go, you've let Abraham go. So
that's not a problem. That's minor.
So who have you got?
That's the same thing. If we keep on saying, if Van Dijk is gone, Liverpool's not going to get result. They still got good result last season when Van Dijk was gone. You get it? So there's always a way with good managers.
But what I'm asking is
he found a way. Pep found a way. Thomas going to find a way. That's how I believe in good managers when you got a good squad.
But I'm asking, Werner's injured and Lukaku's injured. Who plays up top?
He's gonna find out. Maybe he might play a 3 on top. We still got Pulisic. We got Havertz. We got there's boys on there that's like really and truly they are wide players, but that can do the job. We know that this is when like the goals might start to come from everywhere, like City, like Man United. because you ain't got no one. Well, apart Ron, like you ain't got no number 9. So who's scoring your goals? It's everybody. So we can go to that point.
We've got players that can play there, though.
Huh?
We've got players that can play there. We've got Rashford, Martial, Cavani, Ronaldo.
Yeah, but these guys are not 20 goals a season. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'll tell you. They are not 20 goals a season.
But they're strikers, though.
Marshall, I don't even know why you put him in this equation. Marshall ain't giving you nothing this season. We might as well put this straight this season.
Tobias, allow Martial, bro. He's one.
Yeah, but I'm saying we got Greenwood, Cavani. Martial's one of 5, 6 options though, that can play up front. That's my argument that I can make. You can say what you want about Martial now, but Martial, if he's on form, he can play.
Yeah.
But I'm asking you, who's playing up front if Werner and Lukaku aren't there? And the best you can give me,
the way of playing. You don't
have us in the false nine. That's the best, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's other way to play. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say that you play this. That's why he's the coach, and he's a good coach. And when you have good coach, you believe, isn't it, Usyk? Right?
No, I hear you, 100%.
So that's why I can't say, this guy should be played because he's the one that sees. But I believe we can go Everton front, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi can do bits and pieces there and there, but it's not really.
There's no way you're playing Hudson-Odoi up top. That's
what I'm saying. But we got personnel in the team to do the job. We're not asking for another Lukaku.
Yeah, but then you open up, you move from that position. It's like chess, isn't it? You move from that position. Who's going to sit in that position? Well, do you know what I'm saying?
You see the team. Don't try to complicate things. We got a big squad, and he's going to utilize that squad to its best potential. That's what a great coach do.
I'm saying that last year you had 4 strikers. Last year you had 4 strikers. This year you have 2.
Well,
he knows what he does. So if he get rid of these strikers, that means he knows what he's got in the squad.
Do you feel with Chelsea? Do you have, say, if there's a few injuries, do you feel you have enough goals in your team to really kick on? Apart if say Lukaku gets injured, because my problem, I feel that. Well, so that's the first thing, and then the second thing, Frenchie. Do you think reason why? Do you like Chelsea's style of football? What do you think of Chelsea's style of football? I know you're winning, but do you like it?
Chelsea's style of football will always be Chelsea's style of football. Chelsea never play great football. Under any other manager I've seen, we never been the team of tick-tack or whatever. Mourinho had his style. He wanted great football, but it's result. Chelsea is a club of result. We don't need to be Barca. We don't need to be Liverpool. We are a team of result. We're not going to play ugly football, but it's satisfying enough. We bring entertainment, and we winning.
You win trophies.
And trophies. Yeah, so that's why you can't tell me what manager that's been at Chelsea that want to play tick-tack apart Benitez, short term, very short term. Huh?
Scolari.
I thought Ancelotti played good football.
Yeah, but these were short-term managers. Forget about these guys. I'm talking about the Mourinho, the Conte.
Yeah, but Conte was short-term.
All your managers are short-term, bar Mourinho. You said them after 2 years.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't. Football, we don't play. Like I said, I'm not gonna say we don't play great football. It's not. We play entertaining football, good enough for everybody, and we get results. That's what it is.
It is, and it's working. You're free at the back works. I think the reason why you play free at the back because I don't think your centre halves can play in a 2. They're not good enough to play in a 2. That's why you played it. That's why you play through. That's why you play free.
I'm not denying that, and it's working. That's what I'm saying.
100%.
This is where you need a coach that knows his squad. It's very simple. Because like we see this convo right now. Long story issue is like you guys trying to basically handicap the Chelsea squad. Which is if Lukaku is not there, if this person is not there, if any team in the Premier League, if any of their best players not there, they're gonna feel it. So if you're gonna handicap Chelsea, it's easy to handicap Man U. You take out Ron, you take out Greenwood, then what? This is an example. I'm just saying.
For them positions. We have options.
But are they as effective as the starting 11? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like you handicap every team with their big players. You will find out. That's what I'm trying to say. But without Lukaku, it will be different. Without Kante, it's going to be different. Without Thiago, is different. Trust me, without Ronaldo, it will be different. It's the same thing without Van Dijk, is different. You lose something, basically. You lose something. Tell me, if you take out Ronaldo, who comes in position and does what he does?
I'm not defending Man United, and I don't really like them, my thing. But I think if Ronaldo's not there this season, I still think Man United score a lot of goals. I just think they've got goals in them. Take Ronaldo aside, if he's out for the season, I still think they'll be one of the highest top goal scorers in the league because I think there's goals everywhere.
That's true, but Ronaldo gives you something more than goals.
Yeah, but what would you're defeating the object of the point? You know what I mean? Like, you're expecting Lukaku to play the whole season in all competitions.
No, I don't. No way. Who's going to play a whole season as a player anyway?
Right, 1906, do you think Chelsea are over-reliant on Lukaku? Does it change if Lukaku gets an injury? Hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah.
All the best. I don't know excuses.
Definitely. It's the big pass. It's the one everyone's playing to. Do you know what I mean? It's the hold-up guy. Everyone knows you play it to his feet. Everyone can move off him. There is another hold-up guy in Chelsea. So, yeah. It's going to make a big difference. It's going to make a huge difference if he gets injured or when he, those games that he's rested. Is he going to carry on playing the little cups, the Fizzy Pop Cup, the Carabao, and all that kind of stuff? And or you're just going to save him for the Champs Leagues and your Prem, so he doesn't burn out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when he's not playing and how Chelsea react. But yeah, it's going to be.
We're off the back of the Euros, aren't we? We're off the back of the Euros. So a lot of players are going to fatigue this at the latter end of the season, aren't they?
Yeah,
100%.
And that's going to be the business end of the season, isn't it? When you're latter stages in the Champions League, you're fighting for the league. And I'm just saying that in terms of options, I don't think in terms of options, Chelsea are as strong in that position. Everywhere else, they've got options for days. But centrally, you don't letting go of Giroud. Giroud was very underrated, and when he did come on for you guys, he used to change the game. He offered a different option. Abraham again was a different option and offered you something different.
Yeah, but like I said, the reason why Chelsea bought Lukaku, I know they want someone to score goals. The rest of their forward players don't score a lot. They none of them have got 15 goals in them. None of them. Havertz has the potential to get that, but none of them have got 15 goals. And that's why I feel they're not over-reliant, but they're reliant on Lukaku. And that's why they play a three at the back, because they don't score a lot. You don't see a lot of goals in their team. But saying all of that, I still believe if you finish above Chelsea, you win the title. So
no, of course. But where did the 3 goals come from against Tottenham? It was all set pieces, weren't they?
Yeah.
And that's do you know what I mean? That's the sort of half point I'm making.
And what about the key battles, Frenchie? Who's the 2 key battles for you for the game?
Well, mainly in most games, if you win the game in the middle, if you dominate the game in the middle, you most likely is going to win the game. But when you're looking at possession of the ball, who's going to have more? City. So it's the key for me. But Kante is a must. He must start. Kante. I don't care if he's not fully fit. Play him. You have to play him, and you can't play. But I don't believe you should play both of them. Not Pulisic, Kovacic and Kante. You have to choose in it. So at that point, I'll go for Kante. It's hard to call that, man. It's bloody City, man. Even City, I'm saying no number 9, but City in the middle, they
got borders everywhere.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So it's going to be a tough one to call. But Kante has to start. If Kante don't start, win a pickle from early.
1906. Who do you think the key battle in this game?
Do you know if Foden's fit?
Yeah.
If Foden's fit, who's he running at? Is he running at? Is it Alonso?
So it could be Alonso or Aspilicueta. It depends where he plays.
Yeah,
I think Aspilicueta.
Alonso's playing well at the moment, but I just think the fit Foden are giving him problems.
Yeah.
And I think Foden being creative, I think that could be a key issue there. I think De Bruyne is going to be marked out, and I think your loose man's going to be Foden if he's playing.
Tobias, what do you think that the key battle in this game?
You look directly in the midfield, isn't it? Where does City dominate most of their games? Midfield. Chelsea obviously have their joker with Kante.
Yeah.
I agree, Nick. I agree with Frenchie. Kante's got to play.
Yeah, 100%.
If he doesn't play, but Jorginho and Kovacic have got to play, I reckon, as well as Kante. That's going to be your midfield, I reckon. And then he's probably going to try to play Havertz off the left or something, accommodate Havertz in that way. But your midfield has to be that 3, I reckon. Jorginho, Kovacic and Kante. Otherwise you get overrun.
I feel, I know the midfield is always where the battle's won, but I feel it's how City, their defenders, handle Lukaku. How Diaz, and if it's Stones or who else plays in there? Who plays for them? Or Laporte handles Lukaku. Because I look at their centre halves. None of them are physically imposing.
They look.
Yeah, they're not physically imposing. I think Lukaku, look at all 3 of them. It's like, I can bully all 3 of you. And I just feel if it's just how Man City control Lukaku. I think that's the key battle. I think if they control Lukaku, I think they've got a great chance, because I know Chelsea have only conceded 1 goal, but I've been watching the bigger picture. I've been watching, they do create, other teams have created big chances. So it's just, how do you cope with Lukaku? Yeah.
Are we over egging Lukaku right now?
You know what it is? I just think
Lukaku. Are we jumping on the Lukaku train?
No, it's not like I think he's so amazing. I'm just talking about his physicality. He's no Drogba. When you play, it's literally, how do you stop Drogba? He's nowhere near, he's never going to be a Drogba. But if you look at his physicality in the league, bar Antonio, he's the most physically imposing striker who kind of can ragdoll 80% of the centre halves in the Prem, if you know what I mean. I'm just thinking about his physicality. I'm not going his all-round play. It's like, how do they handle it? Because Lukaku's type of striker, it's very rare you get that striker now. Before, it was bag of them. But you don't see a guy who's physically imposed, who can hold the ball up and still run in behind and score goals. Strikers have changed.
This is sort of a game then you expect Fernandinho to start. To cut off them lines and cut off that direct supply going into Lukaku. Because obviously, if you just let him get the ball to feet against Stones, and Diaz is physical. I wouldn't say he's soft. Don't get me wrong; he's not going to match Lukaku on that element, but he is physical. I don't think he'll shy away from the battle.
But it'd be very interesting. So yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be a big game.
It's the biggest game of the season so far, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Well, everybody's been saying that they're the 2 top teams, aren't they? They're the 2 favourites.
Yeah. So it's like a start of the season title decider, then basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Nobody else can win it. It's only them 2. That's what I've been hearing. So it's good. It's good. Let them go on. King Mo will come from the back line and win the Golden Boot and win the league. It's going to be an interesting game. Let's go on to Villa, Man United. Let's touch on the Carabao Cup first. I'm not going to say too long. Tobias, don't you think that's a missed opportunity to win a trophy? at home.
I said ages ago, I said every trophy counts, but apparently it doesn't. Apparently it doesn't. I get that you got to make changes. Both teams made changes, and it's just so happens that their second team beat our second team. But I think from that you just notice that they are second teamers. I didn't think Van der Beek done that bad. Looking at it from a whole, I didn't think he done too bad. But Sancho is just bereft of confidence, I reckon, at the minute. Because when Greenwood come on, you notice the massive difference, massive change. Sancho should be doing what Greenwood's doing.
But like I said in the last podcast, shouldn't we treat Sancho as a foreign player because he hasn't played in the Premier League? So should we give him time? Like, because he's English, people think he should be just hitting the ground running. I think you've got to give him 6 months to a season.
By no means am I killing him, but it just seems like his confidence. He seems like I thought he was quite arrogant beforehand. I thought he had that self-confidence, self-belief. But I think now he's surrounded by the Ronaldos, the Fernandezes, the Pogbas, all big personalities. I think he's sort of going into his shell instead of showing himself. Like, get the ball and do what you do. Yeah. I don't think he's showing it. I think he's second guessing what he's doing and he's not playing naturally.
There, you're right. What about? I was watching the interview and what Ollie said. We had a go. Like what? I know he's made. You know he's. I know he's a foreign player, foreigner, and sometimes they say stuff like out of context. But when he says we have a go, like this is Man United. You don't have a go. Like you win titles, and you will try and win this. Like I just think like. I just found it funny. I started laughing like we had a go. Like, come on, you're at home against West Ham, packed crowd. Yeah.
Even with the team he put out, you still and their team they put out, you expect us to win.
Yeah.
My
God.
Sorry, my son went up there. My son went up there last night. My son went to Old Trafford last night, and he was coming back. He was just disgusted with the whole performance. He was just, he was saying that, they were running a mark, they were out of position. He was saying it's one of the worst performances he's seen out of United. I was watching the game, I was thinking, okay, it wasn't that bad, but he was cussing. He was absolutely cussing.
But don't you think them players have got into like the kind of swing of, say, because it's the Carabao Cup, they just think it's another game. They don't care if they win or lose. Because even if sometimes I've played football and it's some sort of cup game and you just, that 20% comes off because it doesn't matter, if you know what I mean. You're just playing, but it does matter. So it's a mentality type thing, if you know.
Yeah, but that's again an awful mentality. I don't
it's terrible. It's terrible. It's a terrible mentality.
Because Pep wants to win every trophy. That's what I like Pep. That's what I will say about him. Carabao Cup or what? I know they've got 2 teams, etc. But he will try his damnedest to win the cup, regardless of what it is. A cup is a cup. And you know what I mean? It all adds up in the end.
No, you're right. But yeah, that was a weird performance. But let's go on to the Man United Villa game. You're a decent form against, last minute goal against West Ham. Played against a decent Villa side who beat Everton 3-0. I think this is going to be a tough game, to be fair.
It's the wrong time to get him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really. Wrong time to get him. Is Bailey out injured still?
I hope he's not. Because the way he came on, how sharp is he, by the way?
Yeah, you don't need that in your life.
No, you don't. You know what? I still can't believe. Me and Frenchie talked about this. I just can't believe no one bought him. £30 million Villa have got.
That's
to me, it's a steal. They've got a 70, 80 million pound footballer if he develops in the way he should do.
Who were talking about him? Who would you take, Pepe or Bailey?
Bailey all day long. You look
at
Bailey's played for an average Leverkusen side. Was it 65 goal involvements in 130 something games? Bro, you put him with ballers. I'm telling you, you've got an 80 million pound footballer. He's that good. I've been watching him because, like fellow Jamaican, I've watched his career. This guy is a gifted footballer. It's all about for him it's mentality. This is how far he wants to go. Villa have got to steal. I'm telling you, people don't know, Bailey. They got rid of Grealish for 100 million. There is nothing between Grealish and Bailey. I'm telling you, nothing between them.
Well, different type of players, but I know you mean.
But that's what I'm saying. But the same type of will get goals and create a lot.
They're carriers, isn't it? They're good carriers of the ball.
Nick Frederick, who you taking?
Which Pepe you mean? Like Arsenal Pepe? I hope there's another one, because yeah, man, give me. Yeah, come on, man. Like Bailey all day, every day, bro. Man. Like Pepe, come.
I only say Pepe. It's not. I say it because of Pepe's price tag. We was talking how much Bailey could have.
Oh, you mean that price tag wise? Yeah, but no, still no though.
906.
Bailey.
All day long.
And they've got horrible midfield. McGinn. Hopefully he's still concussed.
Yeah.
And then they've got Luis.
Yeah,
just horrible midfielders that you don't want to play against. So I like him.
And even that marvelous Makamba. Horrible. Horrible.
He's decent as well. Martinez is bad though. He's a good goalie.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good goalkeeper.
Martinez, I think he's in the top 5 best goalie in the Prem.
The one thing that gives me confidence is that their defense. I don't think they're that as strong everywhere else as they are defensively.
Yeah.
I think that means a lot against us at the minute.
Yeah.
So I predict that we. It's a hard game, but we come through it. He's going to put the same McFred combo back in to combat the midfield. It's just going to be two horrible midfielders kicking each other. So yeah. Why did they put both the games on at 12:30 though?
Is the Man United game at 12:30?
Yeah.
How is it?
Women are dead, only dead team early games. Nobody want to see that. He was still napping at 12, bro.
You're on 12 at 12 as well, you don't know. What are you talking about?
Why are you batting, bro?
You're on at 12, you know. My man's talking reckless.
Oh, stop it. But yeah, I think that'd be a tough game, to be fair. That will be a tough game.
Good game, though.
Yeah, interesting. I think Villa needed that confidence because I think they've got really good players.
Yeah, I like it. I don't mind.
Yeah, and I think it's going to take time for them, but that game could give them the confidence to go to Man United and at least give Man United a decent game. I think they'll give them a tougher game than Newcastle did. So I think
definitely.
It'd be a tough game. Yeah. Let's go on to Liverpool. Right at 06. Brentford. You know what?
Brentford,
I'll let you speak first.
They're all over the place, aren't they? I mean, I was going by you guys at the start of the season. I was like, who? Brentford? who? All of that. And then I'm thinking, okay, they've lost the cup ball, they come back again, all that. But I can only see a Liverpool win on that one. I think we'll be too strong for them. If they press forward, if they press up too much, do you know what I mean? I can only see balls over the top happening with our runners on, Mane out wide. They've got too much to think about. So, I can only see it. Light work.
Well, I'm confident, but I don't have your confidence, 1906. I just feel, you know what it is? This game reminds me of, when Sheffield United came up and they were flying. I mean, flying. You did not want to play Sheffield United. I think this is going to be a real tough game for us. It's going to be a tough game. I think they have got erratic footballers that will cause us problems. And it all depends what Klopp wants. Because we've got Porto on Tuesday and Man City Sunday. So does he go with his full strength at the back because we've got Porto away and then we've got City? Does he go Van Dijk or Matip, or does he bring in Konate and Gomez, or he goes Van Dijk or Gomez or Van Dijk or Konate? So if you remember, we've got Brentford Saturday, and then we've got Porto Tuesday. Would you play, and then City Sunday? Would you play Van Dijk and Matip against Brentford, or would you go Konate and Gomez, or would you? Or you?
I'll go Matip. I'll go Matip over the weekend. Konate comes back for the Porto game, and then stick with Konate again for the City game.
For the City game, yeah.
I mean, I don't know the way he was playing against Norwich the other night. Do you know what I mean? He didn't even step up a gear, did he? Konate.
He looks very good. He does look very good. He looks. You know what's impressed me? He looks so good on the ball.
Yes,
he's so good. Like he has got techers. Like he can ping 60-yarders. It's like having another Van Dijk there, which is.
I know you cuss me. I know you cuss me when I look at Matip, and it's like sometimes he trips over his own legs and everything else. Matip just doesn't look that as sure on the ball as Konate.
Saying all of that, I don't want to go too much into Liverpool, but saying all of that, Konate's still fourth choice.
Fourth choice.
Yeah. I think still at the moment, I still Matip and Gomez are ahead of him, and I think they're better than him at the moment. If you take about the physical, they're better than him. Listen,
are you guys watching the same team? Because it don't seem like you guys watching the same team. Are you both Liverpool fans?
Listen, this guy kills Origi. Like, and you don't forget, like we won us the Champions League, but. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. I don't want to go too much. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think Brentford will give us a good game. But yeah, let's go straight into the predictions. Tobias and Frenchie.
Here we go.
Yeah, Tobias and Frenchie 1-1 last week. So they got 1 point. I've got 1 point. I won the week before. 1906, you need to get on the board.
I don't want to hear no donkey business next week. Right, here we go.
Just don't lose it. All right.
Right.
We'll start with the big game. Chelsea City. That's on Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. We'll start with the people who came first. Frenchie, what are you going for? Chelsea versus City.
1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. All right, 1-0 Chelsea. Tobias.
Oh. I think these games can be stinkers at times. 1-1.
1-1. It's going for the draw. This. I think it's the toughest one to call. 1906.
2-1 City.
2-1 City. Oh.
I've said it.
I love it. That's the real big result.
It's a tough one. I've got 2-0 Chelsea or 2-1 Chelsea. But at the moment, I was thinking 1-0 Chelsea. I still think Chelsea will win. But do have Chelsea got 2 goals in them?
Come on.
Well, it's a massive week for City.
It's a tough one. Tell the truth. I'm gonna go for the draw. I'm going for a 0-0.
0-0.
0-0, no goals.
Wow.
No, fuck that. 1-1. 1-1. I felt Lukaku. And I think 1-1. I'm gonna go for the draw.
There's a lot of goal on that pitch.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be sticky. I don't think no one wants to lose that game. I'm gonna go for 1-1. Yeah.
Wow.
Man United, Villa, Tobias.
2-1.
2-1 United. Frenchie.
Yeah, that's a banana skin for Man U, you know. I'm going 2-0 Villa.
Wow.
Come on. Man, take my score.
2-0 Villa. Bailey, my Jamaican brethren,
Wow.
2 goals, yeah.
2-1. 2-1 United.
2-1 United. All right. I think it's gonna be a tough game. I'm going for the draw. Because it's 12:30 Saturday. Man United losing in the week.
2-2 is not a bad shout. If I wasn't United, I would have went 2-2. But
I'm gonna go 1-1. I've gone 1-1. All right. 9:06. Everton Norwich. Is that Everton?
2-0 Everton.
2-0 Ev. Frenchie?
I'll probably add another goal on top of that. I'll go 3-0 Everton.
How bad an orange? God.
Tobias. Are the players back though? Is Richarlison back and Calvert-Lewin back?
I'm not sure if they're back.
Either way, Townsend is on fire, bruv.
but saying that, if you want your strikers to be in form, Rondon, this is a great game to get into form.
Yeah, pro Rondon out there, man.
Yeah. 1-0 Everton.
1-0.
Wow. No goal, yeah.
I've gone 2-0. I've gone 2-0 Everton. I've got the same as 1906, 2-0 Everton. Leeds, West Ham. It's at Leeds. Frenchie.
West Ham. You know what? 3-2.
Loads of goals. 3-2. What, West Ham?
It's Leeds.
Yeah. West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham, 3-2.
Tobias. It's at Leeds.
2-2.
2-2.
Leeds Leeds will give any team chances. Anyway, yeah.
Of course.
Is Antonio back yet, or is he still banned?
Is it?
He's banned.
He's still banned.
Yeah, he's banned.
Still banned.
What? It's still banned.
Got 3 matches.
Yeah,
got straight red.
I'm gonna deduct some goal on that. Can I go back? I'm gonna go 2-1 West Ham.
2-1. Yeah.
Yeah. 2-1 West Ham.
Yeah, I'll go the same for that one. I can see West Ham winning. Would have been more if Antonio was on the pitch, but I can see West Ham doing Leeds.
All right, 2-1 West Ham.
2-1.
Why is it still banned?
You know what? I'm going
to 3 games already.
Yeah, it's 3-game ban. You went 2-2, Tobias, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm going to go. I don't know why. They're in terrible form. I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds. I think Leeds are going to win. I don't know why.
No, you get that home, innit?
Yeah, they got goals in them. I think they're going to win. Sooner or later, they're going to beat someone. Leicester, Burnley, 1906. It's at Leicester.
At Leicester, Burnley. They got some catching up. There could be the wounded animal on this one. But you know what? I'm going to go 2-1 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester. All right, 2-1 Leicester. Frenchie?
I think I'm going to go for a draw.
Draw, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go, 1-1.
1-1. Let's go for the draw. Tobias.
This is a horrible set of fixtures.
I know.
1-0 Burnley.
Oh, it's gone for the away win. You know what? If
Leicester ain't been on top form.
Leicester aren't great at home, are they?
Yeah. Saying that, if they lose again, don't you think Brendan Rodgers is under fire a bit?
No, he's all right.
I reckon Brendan Rodgers should have been under fire a long time ago. You know, I say it all the time. He gets away with murder.
He won the cup. He did win the FA Cup though.
You can't be in the Champions League positions with 12-point gap and like 8 games to go. That's poor. Like
not
twice.
Once, but
twice. That's poor. Like you've won an FA Cup, but come on. With the squad that they have, if you're looking at it from a squad, they've got a decent squad. Got a very good squad.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 2-0 Leicester. Vardy and Paxson Daka to get his first goal. 2-0 Leicester. All right. Tobias, Watford, Newcastle at Watford.
Oh my God. Battle of the erratics.
Tell the truth. Let no one. I know. Tell the truth. No one do accumulated this year. This week. You ain't. You're throwing your money away. These games are too bonkers. But yeah, Sarr and Maxi, man.
Jesus. Wow. If Bruce loses as well, he's gone, isn't he? Or he won't be gone, but they're just
close
fans
to.
Fans will be onto him.
Yeah.
Draw. I'll go safety. Draw.
Score.
1-1. 1-1.
Frenchie?
What, Newcastle?
Newcastle, Watford. Is that Watford?
Oh, I kind of like Watford, man, for some reason. So yeah, Watford is in form after their win. I'll go 1-0 Watford. Watford will nick it. Yeah, 1-0 Watford.
1906.
Yeah, I thought the same name. What was it? Newcastle in the bottom three. Watford firing.
1906. Have you got the table there as well? You're trying to do
I've got it right here. I'm looking at
yeah?
it. I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking at it. I can only go Watford. You know what? 2-1 Watford.
2-1.
1906 ain't playing, boy. Making
Come
sure.
on. I don't want to see no donkey, no Shrek donkey business come up next week.
You know what? We're just talking about their erratic quickly. Yeah, let's talk about their erratic players. You said Sarr and St. Max. So who is the best winger outside the top six? So if you had to pick Sarr, St. Max.
What? First of all, you got to define. You got to say top four.
All right, top four,
Who's the top six?
not including Spurs as well. So you can't use any Spurs players.
So you're talking Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool, and City.
Yeah.
So
But outside of them. So you got Sarr, Zaha, Pedro Neto, St. Maximan. If you had to pick them four, is there any other wingers? I'm trying to think of other wingers.
Traore, you like Traore?
Traore. So you've got Sarr, St. Maximan, Zaha, Pedro Neto, Traore. If you had to pick one.
Ross.
Forget form. If you had £50 million and you could pick one of them for your squad.
I'll go for St. Maximan.
That's
my dude, bro. Yeah. The thing is with St. Maximan, with arrogant, you go to any team, he'll do the same thing. He'll try to do the same thing. He won't melt.
No, he won't. First training sessions, he's on it. He's trying to dump that up.
No, it's that dude. Like, give me the ball. I don't care if it's Man City, Chelsea. I'm dribbling in it.
I'm not going through you.
If you're a winger and you wear a Gucci headband, you know you're a serious baller.
Oh
wow. 1906. If you had to pick Sarr, Zaha, Pedro Neto, St. Maximan, Traore.
I'll go Zaha.
Zaha.
I'll go Zaha. Yeah.
So for Liverpool, if you had Liverpool, out of all of them, Zaha.
I'll go Zaha. He's just hungry every single game. Do you know what I mean? He just gives 100%. I don't know. He's just a beast out there on the wing, cutting in and everything. And Maximan, you just run into the terraces, man. Just dribble and do all kinds of stupidity. But no, I'll go Zaha.
Tobias.
1906 must know Zaha's parents and must be bridges with the grandparents or something because Zaha wouldn't have been even in the top three out of my choices, to be honest. It's Neto or St. Max. I'm going St. Max.
Yeah, St. Max. St. Max has problems.
St. Max is just a problem.
Yeah,
I do like Neto.
He entertains. Yeah. He does entertain. I'll give you that.
No,
but
he does stuff. He doesn't just entertain.
And that's what I was going to say. People when you talk about St. Max, they laugh and go, "Yeah, he's a baller, but he just entertains." No, he's got end product.
Yeah,
he's just different. He's just different. He's different because you watch him against Leeds. He ripped Leeds to pieces, and he scored a goal. He was bad. He was electric. But saying all that, I would go for Pedro Neto. I think he's a superstar. I think hopefully when he gets fit for Wolves, I think you're looking at a guy who could play for any of the top teams in Europe. He's that good. I think Neto is a problem. But if St. Max is a problem, but I'll go for Neto first.
Speaking as a defender, I honestly, all these guys, I would not want to play against the Maximin.
Yeah.
Not one bit. Like, I would not want it. Like, because this guy, he has it all. Like, he's dribbling, he's tricky, he's strong, he's quick.
Yeah, and he's got a goal in him. He's got a goal in him.
The question is in product, but I don't see the problem there. But like Zara, you pick Zara. Oh, Zara is too hot and cold, man. I'm tired of it.
He's a 9 or a 2, literally.
Yeah,
you watch him against.
I hear you.
You watch him against Spurs. You watch him against Spurs. He rips Spurs to pieces, and then he plays against Liverpool, a 36-year-old player who doesn't even play right back. Didn't get a kick, which makes no sense. That's the reason why he's still at Crystal Palace and he's not playing for a top side.
I'll give you that.
It's just possibility, man. Because we like it's like you give him you give him so much chances of hoping that he's gonna get better or fix that issue. It's the same issue every other week. 9 or 2.
Shouldn't Son have been in that discussion now?
But is he a winger?
No, Son's established. He's
too good.
Son's world class. Son's if he's not world class, he's a top player. You can't put Son. Son's established. Son's
he's in a different bracket.
But you said outside the 4, innit?
Yeah, but he's a new generation.
Yeah, but it's Son, innit? Give him a break, bro.
Look, Tobias, you got a point. You have got a point. You said outside. Yeah, outside. I think Son should be in there.
So that means we have to put Pepe in this as well, then.
Pepe would have finished bottom. Pepe would have finished bottom. I'm not gonna lie.
Pepe.
Put Son in there.
Yeah, but go back. I've gone for Watford 2-0. I think Watford are going to rip Newcastle to pieces. I know they got the same max, but could get a goal. But I'm going to go 2-0. Southampton Wolves. Bloody hell, these games. Southampton Wolves. 1906.
Southampton Wolves.
It's at Southampton.
At Southampton, I would say raw.
1906. It looks like you've got like the form guide when they've played against each other the last 5 years or something. Like you're.
I'm on it.
If you lose again, bloody hell.
That better not be the Sun Sport that you're reading off of. You know, you get shot.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go Wolves on this, and I'll go away win 2-1.
2-1. Wolves. 1906. I can see why he came bottom. The Wolves ain't got no goals in them.
Not one.
No goals.
Listen, I have to go for the outside handball, all them penalty kind of things, just to catch up with you lot, right? So,
Frenchie.
It's not going to be a pretty game, though. I go for a draw 0-0, man.
Yeah, I won't be surprised. That's a good shot, to be fair. There's no goals in this game. Tobias.
1-0 Southampton.
You know what the thing is? I was thinking is like Southampton go draw against City. They're gonna think they can go and beat Wolves, and they might end up getting battered. But that's what I was thinking.
Southampton have got goals. They got the odd goal in them at the minute.
Adam. You see,
Armstrong's decent.
Yeah, Armstrong.
Yeah.
He's a set pieces guy. These guys are set pieces guys, though.
Nah, Adam Armstrong's about 2 foot tall. Come no set piece guy.
Well, Wolves play really good football, with bar scoring. That I don't think Jimenez is back yet, and it's going to be tough for him to come back if he ever comes back to his form. Hopefully, he does. But I want to go for a draw. I think Wolves need a bit of luck. I think sooner or later they're going to batter someone. All their chances are going to go in. And hopefully Traore gets his first assist because he's doing horrific bar. Nobody else can score.
Any numbers.
I'm banking on it.
So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Sunday's game. We've got a North London. We haven't even talked about the North London derby. There's a North London derby, man. Wow, how the mighty have fallen for these two clubs. They don't even get a mention. Arsenal
taking up the
Spurs.
Sunday, you know. I can't believe it.
How the mighty have fallen. Arsenal Spurs, 1906. It's at the Emirates.
It has to be a Spurs win. Has to. It has to. I want it to be.
That was a god, the Arsenal fan
I
channel,
reckon
yeah.
it's not going to be easy. I reckon 1-0 Tottenham.
1-0 Tottenham. Spurs. 1906, North London derby. That's how bad it's got. I forgot all about that game.
So did I.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah. 1-0. 1-0 Tottenham.
1-0 Tottenham. Tobias.
That's like how much passion is going to be in that game. I think that's all they've got left. Pride and passion. That is like reminiscence of Dulwich Tooting. You know that all heart. All heart.
No ability.
Zero. Just all heart. What a stinking game. That's going to be a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. It's 1-1. Frenchie?
I like neither team in it. I really don't. I really don't like Spurs. But yeah, it's a toughie. It could be a draw though. I'll go 2-2.
Oh, that's what I've got. 2-2.
None of them can afford to. None of them can afford to lose.
Nah. I think Arsenal can't afford to lose more than Spurs. I think Nuno's a bit under pressure, but
Nuno's lost 3 in a row, isn't he?
Yeah.
They're out for him, and like Harry's not scoring. Like you got to be doing something really bad to stop Harry from scoring.
Well, he scored yesterday. So
yesterday don't count, bro.
I know, but Harry's like that. He just needs one, and he's like a train. He will go on a run, and I feel him just getting his first goal or his second goal, what he's got in the cup. I think Spurs will go on a run now, but I still don't think they'll win. I think it'll be a draw. I've gone for 2-2 as well. I've gone for a 2-2 draw. Both teams can't defend, but because Arsenal at home, I just feel they'll get a couple. And I don't know how Arsenal stop Harry Kane and Son. And if Bergwijn's back as well, I think they'd be a threat. I'm going for 2-2.
Arsenal only chance is their goalkeeper is decent. Wait, is it the German kid that's playing?
Leno.
He's first choice.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
How they put him first choice, bro?
Because Leno spoke that truth to Arteta, that's why.
What?
Well, both goalkeepers are average. I'm really a fan of Leno. I don't think he's that good either.
He's better than my man, though.
Yeah, but that's not hard to be better than Ramsdale, but flipping it. But yeah, but moving on anyway.
That was so random because I thought they bought Ramsdale as a second choice. Like,
2-2.
Yeah, I stick to 2-2, man. It's just gonna be a dead derby, I think.
What's happened though to Lacazette and Aubameyang? What has happened? I like Lacazette. I
do too.
But don't you think it's just they've got comfortable? The club's got comfortable.
Is it them getting comfortable, or
I think it's Arteta, bro?
Or has managers not played them to their full potential type thing?
No, I just think it's the club. I think the club's comfortable, and I think. Do you think Aubameyang's maybe peaked?
I think he's definitely peaked, but
he's peaked.
But he's still got ability though. He's still a goal scorer.
Yeah, but you look at that team. The team's it's a poor side. So you put anybody in that team.
Yeah, but they are a poor side. But you look at them and they got. I know Partey's been injured, but they've got Thomas Partey. How they can make Thomas Partey look so bad, I don't know.
Yeah. You look, Partey, Atletico Madrid. I thought he was one of the best holding midfield players in Europe. I was always watching them. I was thinking, I can't believe no one's.
And to get him for 40 mil as well. That's a skill of the times. But Atletico keep moving. Atletico won the league.
Yeah. And the thing is with Partey wasn't injured for Atletico for 2 years. The second he comes to Arsenal, he can't stay fit. He can't stay fit, but
some managers, yeah. Well, Arteta, yeah, he could think. I think he's overrunning some players. Like you mentioned, the guy played the whole season for Atletico, no injury. After the probably his third game at Arsenal, he got a long-term injury, and back-to-back injury, and he's back in this season. Well, man, I think for Arsenal to fix their issue right now, I'm not gonna say anything about, but everybody knows what's the problem, isn't it? Arsenal team is weak. All these new signings are weak. It's just no game changes. Man, Bo, I don't know how much players he bought because Arsenal are nowhere to see right now. But there's no improvement in that team. I don't care what anyone, no improvement. So much money, you're going backwards, or you bring in young boys, cool. But these young boys ain't doing nothing, bro.
And they're just getting burnt out.
Is there anyone from the Arsenal team you take?
No.
I don't know any of them to take.
No.
So I'll take Aubameyang, like I said.
I'll take Saka.
Yeah.
That's it. Saka, that's it. Because he's young. That's it, he's young. Yeah, that's it. There's no one else I'll take. I don't think none of them are good enough, to be fair. But yeah.
Who's better, Lacazette or Aubameyang?
Who's better? Aubameyang's a better finisher, but Lacazette's overall gameplay is better.
Yeah, Lacazette's a better footballer.
Yeah,
all round.
His hold up plays better. He works harder. Yeah, but if you're going for finishing,
if you go for goals,
he's fit.
And he's not getting no game.
Well, he played against AFC Wimbledon. He scored, isn't it? Is it a penalty?
Bro, we're talking about Lacazette versus AFC, bro. That's not the game he's supposed to be playing. He should be resting, bro, at this game.
It's true.
Bro, I don't know about Arsenal. I don't give a damn about Arsenal. Hope they keep on doing what they're doing. I'm Arteta in. I want them to stay. It is one less club to worry about. I am Arteta in. Because I don't want a board of members to have a brainwave and go, you know what, we need to go and get a Conte in, and it's problems. I just hope.
Yeah. It's true, though.
Stay with Arteta. Arteta, keep doing what you're doing. You've won 3 in a row. Keep it up. Yeah. But last game, I think it's Monday's game, Crystal Palace Brighton. It's a derby.
Is that breaking up, or is that just me?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So it's Crystal Palace Brighton. That's Monday night's game. I think that'd be a decent. That's a decent game, to be fair. Brighton are flying. Yeah, Brighton are flying, and Palace have had a good result at home, and I think they didn't play that bad against Liverpool. So
yeah, put us under.
1906.
Too much for them.
I'll give it Brighton because they are on a roll. I'll give it Brighton. I'm going to go. I'm going to go 1-0 Brighton.
1-0 Brighton. All right. 1906. Sorry, Frenchie.
I'll go for Palace 2-1 because I feel like Palace is going to go there with the mentality that they can win this game. So that could go both ways. So because I like Palace, so I'm going for Palace, but it's a game that can go both ways. But I think Palace, they need a result.
Tobias?
It's not. Sorry. Okay.
Go on. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's not all about almost or play good against Liverpool, didn't too bad. They need a result. So I think they're gonna go there to win.
Tobias?
It's a derby, isn't it? It's a derby for them.
Yeah.
Palace, Brighton derby. I'm going exactly the same as Frenchie, 2-1.
2-1 Palace.
If Brighton sustain that form, then they'd be bloody title contenders, wouldn't they?
I'm telling you.
If they maintain that form, they'd be title contenders. Jesus.
I had 2-1 Palace, but I'll just change it last minute. I'm going for a draw. I think Brighton have been playing well, to be fair, and I think Palace are decent. Saying about Palace, yeah, if you take your club out the equation, what club in the Prem has the best atmosphere? If you had to play at a team, so if you used to play for a team and you had to play an away game, for atmosphere wise, where would you like to play? Frenchie,
anyone, yeah.
Frenchie, you can go first.
I'll go Villa.
Villa away, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Villa is lit. When Villa crowd goes up, they go off still.
Yeah. Okay. Villa. Tobias.
I can't really pick Wolves either. But yeah, Wolves are the same. They're quite a feisty crowd. I'd say the Etihad, just so you don't have to hear anything when you're playing.
It's quiet there, man. Easy. They get too better than dog at the Etihad, boy.
No pressure. Play with no pressure at all. No.
That's why they won the league last year, man. Everyone had no fans when they used to.
There's two that come. Palace is a good ground to go to, and also King Power Stadium, Leicester's. Yeah. I reckon Leicester give up a good atmosphere.
1906.
Hate the club, but Leeds.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Great show.
Leeds can be pretty vocal, but yeah.
I've gone for Palace. I think Palace is jumping. When they're winning, playing Palace away is bonkers. Especially the fans open. I don't know what their stand is, but behind the ultras, goal, the ultras behind the goal, the massive Palace fans behind the goal when they are bumping. It is mad. Crystal Palace goes off when they're winning. But yeah, I'll go Crystal. I wouldn't mind playing at Crystal Palace.
They remind me of Dulwich Hamlets.
Is it? Yeah.
They remind me of Dulwich Hamlets fans.
Well, a lot of the Crystal Palace fans do go down there if there's not a game at Palace, you know.
Yeah, true.
A lot of Palace fans do go down there.
I think Palace and Dulwich is like, so-called related, if you could say.
Yeah. Palace. I've spoken to Palace, a couple of Palace people, like when I was watching the Dulwich game, and they support Palace. It's a lot of Palace fans go down there, especially if Palace are playing away. So yeah, but that's it. But last thing before we touch off, big boxing match on Saturday. Usyk versus Joshua live on Sky Sports. What do you not think of the boxing? What do you think of that? How that fight's going to play out? Frenchie, you can go there.
Well, it's not going to be easy, but I think Joshua will win.
Joshua will by what?
He's gonna have to knock him out.
Yeah.
So I'll go 6th round. He has to knock him out. 6th round KO for Joshua.
Yeah. Tobias, what do you think? What do you think of that game? Of that fight? Sorry.
I think boxing's a farce because no one wants to see Joshua Usyk. No one wants to see that fight. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Around the roundabouts and all the rest of it. 100%. So much bigger man. You expect Joshua to win. You expect Joshua, but with Ruiz shocking him last time, Usyk is he's not someone to sleep on.
Yeah,
and I think he's better than Ruiz.
But Ruiz is sharp though. He's that fat. He's got
combos.
Fat boy sharp. Remember Carl? Fat boy sharp.
The Scott Ellis. Sharp.
No, Scott Ellis was sharp up top, isn't he? He could ball, but in terms of Carl Charles, was it Carl Charles?
The left back.
He can run fast. He's so fast.
Take corners and all sorts. Don't play about. But yeah.
906.
Well, you know me already. I left boxing years ago, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like when the belts went north, east, south, and west. Do you know what I mean? I was like, who's got who? All I know about is Joshua. I looked at them sizing each other up the other day, and Joshua was looking down on his forehead. So I'll give it to Joshua. Yeah. Probably I don't know, just for a little build-up match, probably 4 rounds, 5 rounds. Take it. Yeah. Give it to Joshua.
You know, this fight, like Tobias said, the only weight that no one fights each other is heavyweight. Like, I've had enough of these guys. This has been going on for years, yeah. How is Fury, Joshua, all these men, even Dillian White, none of these men have fought each other yet. They should be on the second round of fighting each other. It's just a lot of talk
Fury hasn't even defended his belt yet.
Say that again, sorry.
Fury hasn't even defended his belt yet.
I know. That's how bad it is.
2 years he's had the belt, you know, not defended the belt once.
Is it a case of the longer this goes on, the more of a payday it will be?
I don't know.
Is that what they're dragging it out?
To me, it's not. It's just, what is the pay? People are fed up now. The only weight class that don't fight each other is heavyweight.
Question for all, yeah. Question for all is: do you guys think is the boxer's fault or the team's fault? I don't think it's the boxers. I think it's the team.
No.
Okay. If it's not the team, why does Kaleno fight everyone?
He's fighting again to unify all belts, isn't he? Caleb now.
Because you know why? Because you know why? Canelo, number one, I think he works for himself. He's under nobody, and he fights whoever. But that's the thing. Joshua, you know, he ain't that guy, innit, to go to Eddie saying that's what's gonna happen. I want the fight. He's just going by the book. It's just money, and it's based on money, I think. But anyway, I wanted to hear from you guys because I just think my point of view I more think is the Eddie and the other guys that's just holding onto the strings, isn't it?
My opinion, I think it's both. I think if Joshua said to Eddie Hearn, if you don't make the Fury fight next, I'm sacking you as my promoter. You see how quick he makes the fight. If Joshua or Fury want the fight, they can have it. Like I said, Kaleno is the biggest star in boxing bar none. This guy fights everyone when he wants, So if and the second person who makes the most money in boxing is most probably Anthony Joshua. So if Anthony Joshua wants to fight all these guys, he would say, Eddie Hearn, make this fight next, or I'll find a promoter that can make the fight. You see how quick Eddie Hearn does the fight. To me, is that the boxers maybe want to fight, but they're not bothered. Because we're in a world now, and I've said it before, I blame Floyd Mayweather. If you lose a fight, you're a bum. We're in this Twitter world where if you get knocked out, you're dead. That's how it is now. So these men are scared of losing. Because if they lose, look at Wilder. I know we always knew Wilder couldn't box, yeah, but the way he was knocking man out, we were saying, "Oh my God, we don't know if anyone could beat him." Fury beats him up properly, we will say he's dead very quickly. So I just believe, in my opinion, I don't know what you guys think. I just think if the fighters want to fight, they can fight. I just think it's just all talk, no action, because all the other weight classes fight each other.
I personally think it's promoters. I think it's the promoters. Because, it's every boxer want to fight everybody. I remember as a young'un, see what I mean, boxing for Aykroyd at Brockley. I wanted to go everywhere. But it was like, no, pick your battles, until I got bored of it. So,
the real Mike Tyson wouldn't be in this era because the back in that era, the Lennoxes and stuff, they was fighting everyone. Like, if he was the biggest fight to make, you're fighting. Like, let's be honest. Unfortunately, the sport's been watered down. I get it because it is a contact sport and it can be brutal. But that's why UFC will still end up stealing all their fans.
Yeah.
Because UFC, the top fighters fight each other.
Fact. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's what it should come down to.
That's it. If you're the best of the best, you fight the next best. Like, it doesn't matter the mandatories and all the rest of it.
That's what it should be.
In UFC, there would have been no chance of Fury and Joshua going 2-3 years without fighting each other. They would have fought each other twice already.
Yeah.
In the UFC, Dana White would have made them fight twice already. I don't know. I understand how it's gone for so long, and we're still not seeing this fight. We're not seeing. That's the fight everybody wants to see. No one wants to see Usyk. And what's going to happen is that one of these guys are going to fail and slip, and then you're never going to see the fights we're supposed to see.
That's what's to plan. That's what the plan is. For us, this fight to never happen.
Yeah.
Because really and truly, this fight should have been made before the Fury Wilder fight.
Yeah, it couldn't. No, I get why it could have, because Wilder wants that fight, isn't it?
Yeah, but honestly, I don't want to see no Wilder Fury.
Yeah, but he's due the rematch. He's contractual, isn't it? It's whether or not we want to see it.
It's like watching Chisora White again and again.
I would rather watch Wilder Fury than Joshua Usyk.
Yeah. Because Fury with Wilder, he always has the equalizer. He can still knock a man out cold.
You're still
sorry. You guys have to educate me on this one. Is this for a belt?
Yeah, this is for the what? This is for the. So Fury's got one of the belts. Joshua's got the rest of them. So Saturday's fight with Usyk is for the 3 belts. What Joshua's got. So
Fury would have to come to Joshua.
No, because Fury's got the main belt.
He's got the.
Right. He's got the WBC. That's the big. Yeah, the green belt.
Right.
So there's so much blimmin' belts. It's unbelievable. But yeah.
The thing is, Eddie basically is what's gonna happen. He does not put Joshua at risk. It's only guarantee win fight that's gonna happen. So cause the Fury, Joshua is not guaranteed beating Fury. That's not gonna happen. It's guaranteed winning fights. That's why, that's why they always put in the clause of the contract that rematch. Look at the Lewis fight. He lost. That was unexpected. But look how quick the rematch got done. So it's always guaranteed fights that he's gonna win. There's no one fight you're gonna go. You think, oh yeah, that's boring. It's very boring, man.
But yeah, that's gonna be for another day. So you're all saying Joshua wins?
Yeah.
He has to.
Where does he go if he doesn't? Did he get that Fury fight? If he doesn't, Fury just mocks it, doesn't it?
That's done. That's done. Yeah, I think Joshua win. I think there's weight classes for a problem, but I think Usyk's going to show him levels and boxing skills. But I think Joshua eventually just weigh him down. It's just too big. You look at the two guys looking at each other like Joshua's just too big. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm going for Joshua. But guys, like I said, follow us on Twitter. If you want to put your prediction scores in the comments, do that, man. Do that. Make sure you like so the channel can grow. You guys got anything else to say?
Hope Man United lose.
On that note, we are Real Talk Football TV. We are out. Bless you guys. We're out.